it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends, this being more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle, and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Now, we did get a new version of the Arcana Tarot. Look at this. It's even, it's not weird, and it's beautiful, and it's not damaged. So they did send me a new copy. We're going to start that out tonight. I'm excited. Cassandra RR, thank you for your double shot donation. Cassandra, thank you for your donation. We got Cassandra in chat. Andrew, we got Ollie, we got Philippe, Marie. How are you doing? Good to see you. Who else we got? I think that's it. I think that is it. Apparently we have 10 viewers, but some are shy. So if you're a viewer and you haven't said hello, say hello. I won't bite. I'm just saying. Let's find out what's going on over here in the RR world. All right. Will I hear from the new Aries guy on Saturday? I mean, this coming Saturday is right around the corner. We're going to hear from an Aries on Saturday. Now, I think the last time I read this, we were delayed a little bit of a delay with that. Maybe it is on time now. Maybe they've had a change of heart. Maybe we have some good stuff coming with that. We do have a 9 of Wands, a Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Ashes. I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, I like it. I think that is going to be a thumbs up from me from hearing from them on Saturday. We got a Knight of Wind. I mean, the Knight of Swords is always, in addition to the Ace of Swords, always a fantastic reading for, is this person going to contact me? Are they going to text me? What are they going to do? This is just a fantastic card for any of that. Action cards, Knight of Wands, things like that is going to be fantastic. You got the Queen of Wands here as well, sans Black Cat. No Black Cat on the Queen of Ashes. You know, I wish they had that. I mean, if you're making a tarot deck, you need to include the basics. That's a Black Cat with the Queen of Wands. But whatever, we do have that, okay? We do have this going on here. So I think we are ready. We are prepared. We have a little bit of a fiery action, a little bit of a fiery aspect with that. 9 of Wands, though. Abdullah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. We do have a little bit of 9 of Wands here, too. This is somebody that has some hesitation. They're kind of shy. They're not exactly running full force. They're not exactly ready to go full force with this, but they are a bit hesitant with that. You see that with the 9 of Ashes. So it's kind of a thing, right? When are they going to contact me? What are they thinking? We have these kind of things, right? Because they're not full force forward. They don't have 100% into the mix. They are a little bit hesitant. They are pulled back a little bit of that. But as for contact, again, I'm going to go with Saturday looks pretty good for contact based upon the tarot readings, and RR has another one. And then we are going to hop over to Cassandra. I might as well do the both RRs at the same time is what I say. And then hop over to Cassandra and get Abdul over there and find out what's going on with NS over here on PayPal. Thank you, NS, on PayPal for your donation. I appreciate that. Oh, man, let's see what is going on with the Aries as far as what they feel about me. I mean, obviously, I think they have some sort of feelings. They have some decency coming in there. Otherwise, why would they contact you? Why would they pick up the phone and give you a call? You know what I'm saying? Grace, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We got strength. Always a good sign with that. 5 of stones and the 9 of rain, though. 9 of cups basically says, yeah, we do have some feelings. We do have some emotion. There is some investment in here. But again, we do have some hesitation as well from the previous read. A little hesitation, but some good investment. What could that be? Well, number one, you could have basically anxiety. Number two, you could have some things going on where they're just overthinking it, right? You're just overthinking things. You're not relaxing. You're not just taking it all in. That's how it goes sometimes. Honey Delight, thank you for your donation. But it just seems like they do have feelings. They do have some good things going on. 9 of Cups is always a fantastic thing, especially this one where it looks like a little bit of a 2 of Cups action embedded in here. I like it. I really, really enjoy it. Strength says to be patient with the Aries. Aries, I mean, I'm not saying not all, hashtag not all Aries, but some Aries guys are going to be a little bit of a distracting, right? They're distracted by this. They see a shiny object. They chase a shiny object. That's the way it goes sometimes. Everybody does it a little bit. Strengths just kind of have patience with this one, you know? Have a little bit of patience because we do have the emotions, all this. Oh, Shanny Chap, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Overall, the 5 of Stones says look for disappointment in what you want versus what you're going to get. Because I think some of the goals, some of the things you're really reaching for may not be on their agenda for that. So you're going to have to kind of put up with whatever they offer, you know, kind of put up with whatever they offer kind of thing at some point. Anyway, now we have Cassandra. We're roping back to Cassandra. Cassandra, thank you for being here. Are you going to be in your own business by 2022? I mean, that's right around the corner. Cassandra, I don't know how much you've dedicated to that so far, but that is literally around the corner. So I kind of got to ask, what have we done? What have we done? What kind of prep have we laid down? Because, hey, if you've laid all the prep down, you are chasing this full steam. I mean, it could be entirely possible indeed. Oh, for this, let's go for a little fun deck over here. For getting a business, I would not mind a little bit of the traditional manga, depending upon how you like it, tarot. Traditional manga tarot is always going to be a good thing over here. I'm just saying. We got that right here. This is one of the decks that I really enjoy, man. When was this made? Where's the copyright on this damn thing? I'm not really sure. I am not sure, but I love this deck. I think it came out last year. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think I came out last year. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, you know, I love this. We're going to pop in a couple of reads with this. You got to. It's such a beautiful deck. Look at this. I mean, y'all want it. You're seeing it now, and y'all want it. I mean, it's like $20. Come on. This is beautiful. This is a nice deck of cards. Definitely something to add to your collection. Anyway, are you going to be in your own business by like a month from now? A month from now. I mean, what have we done? What have we set forth? What are we chasing right now to make this happen? Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Now, we're not going to minimize your passion for this. We are not going to minimize your passion for this because I think you do have a lot of passion for this project. You do have a lot of things that you're excited about. You are thrilled in many ways to get this going. You really want this done. Knight of Cups, you are attached to this business. You are attached to this idea, this business. Unfortunately, it looks like there's not a lot of things moving around around with that. We do have a Queen of Swords. It feels like a lot of times we're being pulled back. We can't get to where we need. We can't get the financing as we need it. We can't get the projects out there. We can't get the pages up. We can't get, there's so many things you got to do for a business. It looked like January is a little bit of an aggressive timeline. A little bit of an aggressive timeline. What are we missing? We're missing the 10 of coins. We're missing the 3 of coins. We're missing the ace of coins. We're missing the 10 of cups where we have a happy home, happy family. We need some pentacles. Need a lot of pentacles in here for me to say yes. Overall, I'm going to say it's a little bit of an aggressive timeline. I just think it's a little bit aggressive for now. Nine of Wands, just keep going. This is your passion. I think absolutely is something you can do. But for January, that looks, I mean, by January, so you need to crank it out in 31 days. And that includes holidays, and includes all the vacation, all the other stuff. I'm going to go thumbs down for now. I think it's more reasonable to put this out a few months, is what I think. Push it out a few months. Queen of Swords says there are some details that need to be taken care of before we can launch into this, before we can get through it. At least that's what the tarot says. That is what the tarot's opinion is today. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Mina, your birthday. Oh my God. Where's my birthday stuff? Where is my birthday stuff over here? Look at this. Happy birthday, Mina. Happy birthday. Thank you for your donation, and I hope you have a fantastic birthday. Well, it's kind of wrapping up, but I hope you had. Nikki, yes, you are in S. I got your donation. Nikki, you are next. Nikki, you are next. After we had to stop celebrating Mina's birthday. I'm just saying that. I am just saying now. We gotta do that there. Okay, all right. Wondering about my job. Should I stay at it full-time or continue with my second job part-time? Or should I leave my current job, go full-time with second job? Like, what the hell should I do? Oh, Shandy Champ, thank you for your double shot donation tonight. Thank you for that double shot. I appreciate that. All right. Now, we just need a job read. Should I stay? Should I go? What am I going to do? Right? Where am I going to go with this? Now, let's go over here to the Tarot Tower. Let's get our traditional job deck, which is this one right here. I know y'all asking, like, what's that? It's the Art Nouveau Tarot. I mean, it is the Art Nouveau Tarot. If that's what you need, that's what you need in your life, is more Art Nouveau, especially if it's golden, because we need to know about jobs. We need to get a clear destination over here with Nikki. We need to get a clear destination over here with Nikki and find out, like, what's happening with this. Oh, you need to go. You need to go. So we got a bunch of choices over here. We got two big obvious things. You need to move your butt. We need to get the booty moving. I mean, that's the first thing, right? We need to get the booty moving. So let's look at the question again. Should I stay at my full-time job and continue with my second part-time job? Or should I leave my current job and go full-time at my second job that I don't like so I can make more money and spend more time with my kids? But we don't like it. But the problem is there's no good solution here. I don't think any steps is fantastic. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking me. There are some tricky things in here. There are some complex things in the mix. You know that. I know that. What does the tarot recommend? We got the Chariot and the Get the Hell Out card. I'm just saying, Tosh, thank you for your donation. Look at this, and making more money. I think the choice is obvious. It is a super obvious choice. I would go, okay, entertainment purposes only, never change jobs based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. And I am the fat man. Now, you should get out. So basically your second choice. Should I leave my current job and go full-time on a second job? You have more time with your kids. You're making more money. And that's what it's saying. That is what it's saying right here. It's saying move your butt, move your butt. Okay, we got two move my butt cards. In between, we got making fat cash. We just got making more money because the 9, Honey Delight and Renee, thank you for your donation. The 9 is very focused on money. It is focused on getting money, making money, and It's basically a success card. I put in the effort, I put in the job effort, and I got a reward. I got a reward, and that is a little more cash. I'm going with option B and doing all of that stuff. Now, we got Abdullah coming in. What's next for me? A little bit of a general reading, like throw it out on the table and see what the cards say. That's what I'm saying. Just say what the cards say, you know. Renee, thank you for the double shot tonight. You know, the double shot tonight. That is interesting indeed. All right, let's see. All right, man, what is next for me? Get a little bit of a general read here. What happened with the upside down thing? Okay, well, a little bit of a general read here. All right, what is next for you? We do have a little bit of a 9. I like that. 9 of Cups is always fantastic. 3 is, you know, get a strategy, get moving. It is more of a make a strat before we get moving. The previous read was get moving. The current read is make a strat before you get moving. That's kind of important. There's a big differentiation between those two. I mean, come on. Big differentiation between those two. Woo-woo. Thank you for your donation. Look at you. All right. We do have a little bit of a want action. Honey Delight, thank you for your other donation. Look at you. I mean, what is next for you? It's time to strategize about next steps. And I think that's what you're doing. I think that's why you asked the question. I think you know. I think you know it is time to figure out what is next. It is time to come up with strats for the next thing. Now, the 3 is all about making a strategy for your next step and not diving in head first. A lot of these cards, the Knight of Swords, for example, just dive in head first. Screw it. Dive in head first and hope for the best. That ain't you. Abdullah, that ain't you at all. You need to come up with a good strat before we start moving. And that's important. And that is important because I think that you are in a position where you're not doing too bad. You're just not doing too bad. You're pretty comfortable here. We got a little comfort here. Got a little party going on. Got a little emotion here. Pretty steady, pretty sturdy as it goes. And you have a command of kind of where you're going, what you're doing at the same time. Now, it is time to make a good strategy because I think you got a couple of stumbling blocks coming up. You got a couple of stumbling blocks coming up. You want to dodge those. Everybody does. Make a good strategy before we move. That is what's next. It is about finding your passion. It is about chasing your passion, but you want to make sure you're doing the proper steps first. You don't want to dive in head first and just take a wild guess. I don't think that's going to work for anybody, especially not you. There it goes. Linda, thank you for joining me tonight. What you doing, Linda? Linda, it is Mina's birthday. Wish her happy birthday. Look at that. Look at that. We're rocking tonight. We got a bunch of readings to do. We're throwing it down. Social media popularity when I launch next year. And looking for a shift leader. And you got a new guy coming in, just absolutely in love with you. I mean, we need to figure out all this stuff. Social media popularity when you launch. Social media is kind of a tricky step. Social media is a little bit of a tricky step. I got to say now, this is not something that's easy. Philippe, change the name again. Philippe, I'm glad you're Philippe again. I mean, a lot of people ain't recognizing you lately. A lot of people are like, who the hell is that? Philippe, I'm glad you're Philippe again. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Kay, thank you for your donation. Look at you. All right, Ace of Swords, you know... You gotta, social media is kind of tricky. You asked before, you did ask before, am I going to explode when I start? I said no. I just said no. I just said no. Ace of Swords kind of shows you, you know, we're kind of wrapping back to that read. It is an Ace of Swords. It is a beginning of a communication. It is a beginning of a communication, a slow roll. It is something that just takes time. Strength says we need to be patient with this. We can't be rushing this. We just can't. We're going to have some degree of popularity, but unless you're a Kardashian, you know, strength says you're going to have to take your time. Going to have to take your time with this particular launch as far as it goes. I think, again, with your previous reading, we talked about this. We said that people are going to slow roll and they're going to come in, they're going to enjoy it, they're going to talk about it, and you get progression over time. And that's going to have where you have the temperance, right? It is a progression over time. It is finding a balance between getting getting what you need done and getting people excited about it. Strengthens a little patience, a little Ace of Swords action. Yogi, thank you for your donation. It just feels like that's a good combo. But you're going to have a little bit of popularity. But again, just like the previous read, we're going to have a slow roll, slow development as we go forth through it. So I think that's kind of important. I don't think you're just going to explode onto the scene, which we covered in the last read as well. Will this pain end? Will I find love? Oceanic chap, we all love you. I mean, we all love you. I mean, you know, there's no pain because you just come on the show. Come on, the Tarot Oracle Show. We're going to show you all the love we got, and the love that we have. The love that we have is going to be from this deck right here. Literally everybody's favorite, the Modern Love Tarot. Now, spoiler alert, when I make the video about the most popular decks or the gift-giving guide, this is going to be on the front page. This is going to be on the front page. This is the Modern Love Tarot. You need it. You just need this deck. It is still hot. It is still popular. It has everything going for it. It is gorgeous. You need this deck in your life. You just need it. I mean, if you're going to give a gift out, you need to give this one out. This is a beautiful deck. We had her on the stream, or on a separate stream. Anyway, interviewing. You know, it's really fun. Anyway, yeah, slow and steady wins the race indeed. Will this pain end? Will I find love? We all love you first off. Wheel of Fortune said, it is a day-to-day thing. Okay. Anything that happens, anything that's dramatic, anything that, you know, Yogi, thank you for your other donation, anything that needs to get done, if the Wheel of Fortune says let it ride, right? Time heals most wounds. Time just heals most wounds. That's going to be critical there, especially with the Judgment card. As new things come, as new opportunities are around the corner, you have a lot of good stuff in your future. And I think the Judgment card says that. Rebirth, the reincarnation. As good things come in, new things come in. We forget about the old things. The pain is no longer there. The Wheel of Fortune said, let the hourglass pass. Not going to be a problem. Rebirth, reincarnation with Judgment. Strength, be patient with it. Strength appears in every card, every deck apparently tonight. Be patient with it. Be observant. Understand this needed to happen in order for you to move on or what have you. And the Six of Swords says it's going to be a road. It's a road that we have to travel. We have to traverse, right? The Six of Swords is going from a bad place to a better place. Look at my book. If you don't have my book, link in the description to get you one. But look at my book. Talked about the Six of Swords, the ride into tomorrow, which tomorrow is much better, much, much better. So yeah, the pain will end. Everything will improve. You will find love. Not going to be a big problem as far as that goes. Now we're going to roll back with Mina, but while we're on Oceanic Chap, let's do what does T think about me? I'm a Taurus. Let's find out, and then we will come back to Mina. All right. Let's see what is going on with T. Does Mr. T like me? You're a Taurus. I don't know what T is, but, you know, we'll find out. We will find out what kind of good things we got coming from T. See if T is any good. Five of Cups. Oh, Temperance. We got a Knight of Pentacles and a Five of Swords. Okay, entertainment purposes only. You know, never make a relationship decision based on a fat man reading your tarot cards on the internet, but this looks kind of harsh. This looks looks like that T doesn't deserve you. Maybe, you know, I'm just saying based upon what I'm saying. We got a Five of Cups, a little bit of a disappointment here. We got a Five of Swords, a Lord of Defeat. We got the Knight of Pentacles sort of roping back, trying to get something better, trying to get an improvement on something that's going to be a little bit better with that. It's entering the Temperance sort of sneaks in the middle here too. It's about it's almost like T is too extreme, or T brings you to too many extremes, or T has sort of an aspect on you that you may not like, or you may not appreciate, you may not be excited about, basically. A Knight of Pentacles says this is kind of rough. This is difficult to sort of move through and get past, but it just feels like T doesn't look like the best option, the best choice, especially with a Lord of Disappointment. We got the Lord of Defeat. Both those kind of sandwiching, you know, the moderation brought in by Temperance, the pride in what we need and what we want. brought in by the Knight of Pentacles, the person that has farmed their wheat field and has pride in what they're doing. You just have this motion of going to the next thing or not relying a lot upon tea for what you need out of basically a relationship or anything like that. I would say just, just skip tea. Skip tea and go to U and V and W or whatever. I would skip tea. I'd give tea a hard pass. Based upon that, I'd give tea a hard pass. Now we're roping back to Mina. We got a birthday reading. What does Mina's next year look like? What is Mina going to do with that? For that, you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. I'm going to my deck over here. You need my deck in your life. I think we're going to run a sale. I think we're going to have a sale on my deck. It's already $29 if you don't care about the box. I think we're going to reduce it even more. You know what I'm saying? I think either this week, next week, maybe this weekend, we're going to drop it a little bit more. I think we need to drop it a little bit more. Make it just like dirt cheap. Just dirt cheap. Like, everybody needs one. Let's throw it in the mix. All right. Let's see what's going on. A little birthday reading. Oh, it feels like family is much more important in this next year than they were before. It really does. That Six of Cups family seems a lot more important than they have been before. It feels like the integration. It feels like the communication is coming around. It feels like we have a lot of good things happening in here with the family, with that connection, with all of our connections sort of emotionally coming up in the next year. I think we're going to have some good connections. We're going to make some new strong connections in the next year. I think it's going to be very valuable and very fun to sort of get down with that. We got Cooking Girl coming in on the PayPal dono. Thank you, Cooking Girl. I appreciate you. Now, Temperance says to get out there more. I mean, get out there more. I know you're busy. I know you got this to do. I know you got that to do. I know you got this to take care of. I know that you got that to take care of. But you need to get out more. You need to get out there more. You need to become just a little bit of a comfort zone breaker in the next year. I think that's going to be critical for you. Temperance says finding the balance has always been your strong point, right? Getting everything, juggling everything. I think you should go a little on the comfort zone break next year. Go out with some people you wouldn't have gone out with before. Take some adventures you wouldn't have done before. Have you tried this? Have you tried this yoga thing down the street? Have you know what I'm saying? Just take an adventure, get an adventurous spirit in the next year. Four of Swords also says don't leap into every opportunity that you see. You definitely want to double think things. You definitely want to wait and delay before you leap into anything major. And it just feels like that taking the big risks may not be to your advantage, but getting a little bit out of the comfort zone may be to your advantage. Overall, I say get out there and have fun and see what happens with that. And again, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday!
And we are going to the next one. All right. Now, Tosh, will A and I go out on a date soon? We need some dates. We need some dates up in here is what I'm talking about. Will A and I be on a date soon? Are we going to go out? Are we going to have some fun? Are we going to get out there and do some adventurous things? Because being out there and getting some fun stuff done is all about what we need right now. It is all about that. Will we go out? Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Eight of Wands. Oh, it looks like there may be a bit of a delay, getting out there and stretching our wings and with A, right? It feels like I'll be a little bit delayed. Maybe it's the holidays. Maybe A is restricted over here. Jasmine, thank you for your donation. Maybe A is restricted over here where they just can't get out, or where they just can't do some of the things that they love to do, that they've been dying to do. It really feels like that they want to do some things, but they just can't. A little bit restricted with the Eight of Swords. With the Ace of Swords reversed. In other words, the communication just isn't happening. I think A is confusing sometimes. Is what I think. I think A is really confusing. Some of the things, they just don't make sense. Some of the things just don't seem logical as what they do. The communication sometimes is just not there. right? Just not there. And there's a lack of movement. The Eight of Wands reversed. There is a lack of movement for this individual. It feels like they don't step up sometimes, and they need to. They need to step up. They need to get it done. Sometimes it's just not practical with that. Overall, I would say be patient with A, or ask them out, or ask them out. I mean, just say, hey, I'm going over here. Do you want to go? I mean, not a formal date. I'm going over here. You want to go? I mean, you know, sometimes that's all it kind of needs, but it just feels like they're not as adventurous as they need to be. Feels like they just don't step up sometimes when they need to step up. You know what I mean? Anyway, is the shift leader bailing on us? Is the shift leader bailing on us and leaving this job? Is that a thing? Honey Delight wants to know. If the shift leaders, what are they doing at this point? You got a Seven of Swords. I would say no, they're not leaving. You know, this is when it kind of reads itself. It just reads itself, the Seven of Swords, the big action card, the big movement card, all of the opportunities, all of the fantastic things that they do. It's just reversed. It feels like this is not something that they want to do. I don't think they're just going to leave right now. It may be delayed with that. You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here, Honey Delight. And I'm going to say, I think they got an offer for another job. I think they did. I don't think they're going to take it. Seven of Wands. I'm being defensive about my options, about my offers, about things that I have going, things that are opening up with that. Overall, I'm just going to make success here. I'm going to camp out here. I'm going to make as much of success I can. Leaving now doesn't seem optimal. Maybe leaving later. I mean, I'm not ruling that out, but I'm saying yes or no question. I'm going to go with no. I'm going to go with they're going to stay around a little longer, which may not be good for you. It may not be good for you. I mean, I'm just saying. But right now doesn't seem opportune. Doesn't seem like the time to get on the road. You know what I mean? Renee, will Chris and I ever go out on a date? Now, apparently Chris is cute. We need to go out on a date with Chris. You know what I mean? All right. We need Nick or Chris. We got to choose these things. That's what we got to do. We have to make a choice over here. We're going to go with a little bit of This Might Hurt Tarot. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute since we've warmed the table with the This Might Hurt. Come on. Come on. We have not put this on the table in a minute. And I think it is time, Renee. Renee, it is time to figure out with Chris and Nick, which is going to be good for you and which ain't. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be good and which ain't. Now, let's see about Chris. We kind of like Chris. Woo, thank you for your other donation. We kind of like Chris. I'm not saying write Chris off. We kind of like him. I think he's all right. Two of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. I'm going to go with yeah. That's an easy, another one that reads itself. It's so easy. Four of Wands. Chris is looking. Chris is on the prowl. Chris is on the hunt. I'm just saying, Chris has got eyes open. They're scanning the environment. They're doing a little bit of the Three of Wands thing. You know what I mean? They're looking, and Renee's over there, and Renee's cute. I'm just saying, Four of Wands, make a little happy home, happy family, reproduce with some rabbits. Well, may not reproduce, I don't know. But the Four of Wands says they do want a little activity. They do want something fun with Renee. It just happens. The Two of Pentacles says when. This is a question of when, right? This is a question of when. Because I think Chris is kind of confusing sometimes. I think this is a question of when, how it's going to work out, logistics. We're down to logistics at this point. Four of Wands says, yeah, we're going. I mean, Eight of Wands says, yeah, we're going. We have this movement. We have this activity, right? We're moving towards a Four of Wands. We're moving towards a happy home, happy family. I like the connection. I like this. I think, yeah, Two of Pentacles, it's a matter of when. The coordination, the logistics, making everything happen. I think that's just a question right now. I think it's just a question right now. Overall, I like Chris. Chris gets the love balloons over here. Look at Chris. Chris is over here all excited. Now, what about the next option we got? Nick. Is Nick decent? Does Nick suck? I mean, is Nick decent or is Nick, you just gotta, Joe, my God, Joe's back. Joe, welcome. It's good to see you. Joe is here. Joe has joined us. We got Christy too. What's going on, Christy? How are you doing? Joe, where you been? Joe's been hiding out. Joe has been hiding out a little bit. Joe, it's good to have you back. All right, now, Nick, let's talk about Nick. Nick's looking a little better than Chris, quite frankly. I mean, you got the Two of Cups. What kind of excitement are you going to mix in here? What kind of excitement are you going to mix in here? Am I going to say the Four of Wands is better than the Two of Cups? No. I am going to say that the Two of Cups looks decent. You're looking for somebody decent to go out with. You're looking for somebody to roll the dice with. The Two of Cups says Nick ain't bad. Nick ain't bad. I mean, you know, Chris, if Chris is being delayed, if Chris is delaying you, if Chris is putting you off, I mean, you screw Chris. You know, Chris can come later. Chris can go a little bit later because Nick looks like a really good choice indeed. You got the Two of Cups is a fantastic option for this. Page of Cups says, you know, the emotional connection may not be as strong. It just may not be up there. Honey Delight, thanks for the donation. It may not be there, may not be 100%, maybe kind of iffy. Quite frankly, maybe kind of iffy. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying maybe kind of iffy on the emotional connection with Nick, right? But you're going out on a date, not like you're going to marry this person. The Fool says take the adventure, take the risk. I think Nick's worth it. Nick is worth it. We're falling off a cliff. Well, I think we're falling off a cliff kind of adventure just because Nick is really kind of off base with this emotional connection. Hey, Two of Cups says go for it anyway. You want to know if you want to date him? Sure. Ain't nobody marrying Nick anytime soon. Renee, get on the Nick action. I think the Nick's action is there indeed. KF, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We got Cooking Girl. We got KF in the PayPal links. We are going to get that done. We are going to knock that out. Let's hop over to Pay. Can we hop over to PayPal? Let's do that. Let's do that. We got Cooking Girl over here. Cooking Girl is back. Could I have... Okay, wait a minute. Side income reading, tarot, please. Okay, let me read this whole question. Please and thank you. You're welcome. Side income reading. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. Tosh, thank you for your other donation. Could I have a side income reading tarot? Okay, side income tarot reading. All right. Can I throw down some cards for cash? I mean, Cooking Girl. I mean, after we cook, after we make the pies, cookies, cakes, the tarts, whatever we're going to make, right? Can we plop down some cards on the table and get some fat cash? I think that's a valid option. I think that's a valid question. That is a valid question. People are just making a success out of this stuff. People are just rolling in, making a success out of it. Can you do it, though? Can you do it? That's the question. Can we do it, right? Cooking Girl. Because ain't nobody got time for baking pies and pastries when we could be doing some tarot reading. Come on, Cooking Girl, back me up here. Back me up, Cooking Girl. Ain't nobody got time for cookie decorating when we could be throwing down some tarots. Eight of Wands? Yeah, go for it. I mean, go for it. Mama Bina's back. Oh my God, everybody's coming back. It is a reunion of the old audience. I appreciate that. Look at this. Joe's coming in. We got Mama Bina sneaking back in. Look at this. Look at this. Good to have you. All right. Now, reading tarot. Go for it. Eight of Wands. I mean, go for it. Worst case, you throw cards down on the table. I mean, not like you're going to get a back injury on this, right? I mean, come on. Eight of Wands, go for it. I mean, go for it. Just do it. Just do it. The internet is the type of place where you're going to throw yourself out there and hope for the best. And let the audience decide. Let the internet decide if you're going to make a success of this, because the Queen of Cups is the more passion that you put out there, Cooking Girl, the better off you're going to be. I'm just saying, the more passion, the more exhilaration, the more excitement that you put out there with it, people are going to flock to it. They'll be like, wait. This person's got something going on over there. Have you seen this person? They got something going on. That Queen of Cups is the water of water, pure passion with that. Now, Queen of Swords says, don't get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Don't get discouraged. Christina, thank you for your donation. I got you. Don't get discouraged with it. And you're gonna. Queen of Swords, right? It feels like I'm putting a lot of effort in. I'm not getting a lot of things out. But I mean, you're throwing cards on the table. It's not like we're like breaking rocks or something over here. The Queen of Swords says, go for it. Show your passion. The Queen of Swords says, don't be discouraged with this, because the King of Wands is all about that fire. He is the passion. He is all about that fire. The more activity, the more things you put into it, the more creativity, the more excitement we put into this, the more people come around because they want to see what the world's going on. What is going on over here? This cooking girl's over here throwing down cards and so much passion, excitement, all of this other stuff. Renee, thank you for your other donation. You know, at the end of the day, let me tell you, at the end of the day, somebody's asking me like why I'm successful. At the end of the day, I have no idea. I'm passionate. I'm passionate. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm ready to be here. I'm passionate and I love being here. I love all of y'all. And I think that kind of exudes enthusiasm and people want to see what's up. I think if you do the same thing, if you have fun, if you're just there, if you're just rocking it, people are going to be like, what is going on? I think you should give it a shot. All right, Woo-Woo, is BF ready to settle down with me? Woo-Woo, I'm ready to settle down with you. Where you at? I'm ready to settle down with you. Now, is BF ready to throw down? I mean, come on. Let's see.
I love you.
That looks like, it looks like they're hesitant. They got a little bit of hesitation built in here. They do. They got a little hesitation built in here. The 5 of Cups, right? The 5 of Cups. There is a little hesitation here, but the 8 of Wands is sure, I'm ready. I'm ready to make that movement. I'm ready to take the risk. I'm ready to go for it because somebody's knocked up. Well, no, maybe not. Or no, we're a happy family. We have a happy thing. We have a lot of good emotions. 9 of Cups is all about good emotions, good feelings, and all of this other good stuff. That is the key. That is the key. So I'm going to go with yeah. I am gonna say yeah. We get a little bit of thumbs up over here. Somebody's asking what deck is this. Look at this, Denise. It's a Gregory Scott Tarot. You need to add this to your collection. The Gregory Scott Tarot is like one of the no-brainers of the year. Just saying right like that. Speaking of no-brainer, hit that like and sub button. If you like all of the fun, if you like the passion, if you like the readings, if you like Joe and Mama Bina coming back on one day, on the same day, you gotta hit the like and sub. You're gonna miss all of the unboxings that I have. I'm just saying, you're gonna look at all of the unboxings and all this other stuff. Hello, it's Boo Boo. Well, hey, it's Boo Boo indeed. What's going on, Boo Boo? All right, I say Honey Delight is next. What will the new guy coming in like most about me? They're going to like that you watch the Tarot Oracle show. I mean,
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle show.
they're going to be, you watch Tarot Oracle? Come make love to me. No, I'm just kidding. No, what will the new guy coming in like most about me? Man, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords. You're willing, you're open to adventure. You're open to love, and that's hard to find. Honey Delight, you know what I'm saying? You're not like completely closed down. You're not like, you're not like high maintenance. I think you're ready for love at this point. I think you are ready for love. You're ready for all of the good stuff that's happening. 6 of Swords says you are sort of, you're sort of bringing that into the next realm. You're bringing that into the next realm. 6 of Swords, you're ready to take the risk. You're ready for love. You're ready to open your heart and see what is going on out there and see how everything is going. 10 of Cups, I think you're ready for a relationship. You're ready for a relationship. I don't think you want to mess around anymore. I think you're ready for something serious. I think you're ready for somebody who's serious about you, somebody who is going to be there, somebody who's not going to flake, somebody who's not going to dump, somebody who's not going to cheat on you. I think you're ready for the real thing, the 10 of Cups. The 6 of Cups as well. I think you're so good with kids. You're so good with the family. I think that they really enjoy that as well. So they love these things about you, and that's just a warm up because there's so many other great things about you that, they're just warming up right there. Why isn't he texting me? Didn't the date go well? I don't know. It sounds like the date could have gone a little bit challenging if they're not texting you. If they're not texting you and they blocked you on social media or whatever, it may be challenged, maybe a little bit challenged. We're going to get a nice mix up in here and we are going to find out why they're not texting you. If the date went good, if the date went bad, what's going on? Why are they dodging us? Oh, okay. Page of Pentacles and the Tower. Yeah, I would kind of give up on this one. I'd cut bait. You know what I'm saying? When you throw the fishing rod and you throw the line into the water and you end up hooking a tire or something at the very bottom of the lake, right? And you're like, well, that's bad, right? I'm going to have to cut the line. I'm going to have to snip the line. I think it's time to snip that line here, right? I think it's a little bit, it's time to snip the line for this particular interaction. It looks like we got death and the tower in the same read. Not exactly the best thing that we want. Page of Pentacles, they're just not prepared for this type of thing. They're just not ready for you. They're just not ready for you. And it's good that you find out now as opposed to months later when you wasted a lot of your time, right? It's good to find out now rather than later. We got death and the tower in the same read. You got to cut bait, right? Why are they texting you? They're ready for something different. They don't want to deal with it. I think they're bringing in more difficulty, more problems than they're worth in the first place. So yeah, it's better to cut that fishing line and rehook more bait on the end of the fishing line because it doesn't look like this one's going to take. It doesn't look like Page of Pentacles is even more challenging with this as well. So yeah. I mean, yeah, it's, you gotta go for the hard readings. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Andrew knows you gotta go for those hard readings. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it is. Now, Christina wants to know, when and why would my daughter speak to me again? Let's find out what is going on with that. All right, Christina with a K. Christina, when and why will my daughter speak to me again? All right. When and why will the daughter cough up some will speak to us? We'll talk. We need a children's deck for this. We're gonna do everybody's favorite deck right here. It's literally a lot of people's favorite deck. It's a Mons Tarot. You got to know that. You got to know the Mons Tarot. The Mons Tarot's looking good. I like the Mons Tarot. Hopefully we get a better read than we just got. Hopefully we get something better than we just got, because wow. Because that was painful. That was pain. You got it. If I sat here and I gave all of y'all the best readings ever, and I said everything's going to be fine and dandy and perfect, and I lied to you, you're going to be upset with me. Okay, I gave Christina an overly optimistic reading one time, right? Because we were dating, and I gave her an over-optimistic reading. And to this day, she gives me a hard time. To this day, this is a year later, she gives me a hard time to this day about that reading. You can't do that. You can't do it. You got to be honest. All right. When and why will my daughter speak to me again? The King of Cups, the Emperor, and the Six of Swords. Six of Swords says it's going to be a while. This is going to be a little bit. Not something that happens tomorrow, next week. Absolutely not. Six of Swords is a delay, but it is a journey together. We are taking this journey together. I think your daughter will speak to you again. I'm going with the thumbs up for will they. I know you didn't ask that, but I'm telling you they will speak to you again, but it's going to take a while. Six of Swords is a delayed card. It really is. It's just, this is going to be a ride. It's going to be a little bit of an adventure. You're going to have to wait, right? Now, why? The King of Cups, they feel alone. They miss you. It feels like that this person is very emotionally distanced from you right now. And that's how the King of Cups is. You'll notice the King of Cups is out in the middle of the ocean. They don't have anybody around them, right? Other than the Questeros Tarot, where the King of Cups actually has a board leading to them. Most King of Cups are out there alone. They're distanced emotionally. I think that's what they feel. They feel the distance between you emotionally is just a little too much with that. Now, why are they going to speak to you again? They need something. They need something from you. The Emperor, I got to take command. I got to take charge, and I got to make this connection happen, right? They're going to take charge, take command, because somebody needs to step up. I don't think they're stepping up. I think that they will, though. I think they will step up. Emperor says they will step up and make that connection. It's going to be a little bit. But basically they need something from you. The emotional disconnect is lessened. The emotional disconnect is not really valid at that point, and they feel like that enough time has passed, right? That they're ready to go. Anyway, Yogi, would it benefit me to speak with other tutors? Yogi, sometimes you just gotta We can keep this deck out. Talk about some tutors with the deck. Would it benefit me to speak to any of those? Would it benefit me to reach out and, and get maybe a second opinion on some of this stuff? The Four of Wands, the Tower, and the Eight of Swords. I think, yeah, we get a thumbs up coming over here, We got a little thumbs up coming over here. The Tower says there's one particular tutor that's really going to shake up your world. And those are the magic ones. Those are the ones that you need in your life. The ones that bring in the tower, the one that bring in the difference, that bring in the change, that destroy everything that you think you know about something. And they just make you recreate it. The Four of Wands, somebody that you can connect to, somebody that makes sense, somebody that is beautiful and awesome, and that is fantastic. And the Eight of Swords, it feels like you're not getting what you need, quite frankly. You're not getting what you need from this particular one. So absolutely, I would go for it. I would reach out and get another tutor and try another one out. Try another one out, because you need one of those that shakes up your reality and makes you just tremble in your shoes. All right, Yogi has a question below. We need to know what that is. My cousin shut herself in her room. Is this something the family should be worried about? I think her family is at a loss of what to do. The therapy family hasn't worked. All right. It's just shut herself in the room. We need a different deck for this. We're going to go with the Thoth. We need the Thoth for this one. Boo-Boo's here. We need to use the Thoth at least once while Boo-Boo's watching. It's a mandatory. It's mandatory. That's a fact. That is just a fact. It's mandatory when Boo-Boo joins. We got to use the Thoth somewhere. We'll use this for this. Now, obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never engage somebody that's shut into their room based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Is this something the family should be worried about? I don't okay, entertainment purposes only. All mental health issues should be handled by mental health professionals. Okay? I'm not a mental health professional. In fact, I'm kind of insane myself. So I wouldn't rely on my opinion to do anything, quite frankly. But since you asked, the Thoth has an opinion for you. The Thoth wants to tell you that communication is key in here, right? The soft communication, not something that's going to be hard line, not strife, not something where we're just confronting them and we're just in there. I don't think that works for anybody, quite frankly, right? I don't think it works for anybody. You don't want that conflict, because they have conflict right now enough. They have conflict within themselves. I don't think they have conflict with it was conflict within themselves. Communication is key. Gentle, prodding communication, right? Not get the F out of the room. That's not, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I don't think anything controversial is going to work. I think, just gentle communication, give them time, because we have a movement card over here. I think they're going to pop out of the room. Not going to be a problem. You know what I mean? They're not going to be a problem at all. They're going to come out, right? They're going to come out. We got a movement card at the end. I don't think it's going to be no thing. I don't think it's going to be no thing. Joe says, used to say fluffy. Joe, I named the Fluffy Lenormand after you. The Fluffy Lenormand is on my Patreon. Patreon right here is on my Patreon. And I named it after Joe. Just in case you wonder where the word fluffy came from, that's what Joe used to call me. Joe knows. Joe knows. April, thank you for your donation. Jasmine, should I trust F? Oh, I don't know. Should you? Are you giving F money? Are you giving F some fat cash? I don't know. I would say if I'm going to trust somebody, I'm going to go with the Dark Mansion Tarot. Everybody loves this one. If I press the right button, it'd be great. April, thank you for your donation. All right. Let's see what's going on. See what's happening in the world. Mr. Green Eyes, what's going on? Or Ms. Green Eyes, what's going on? Good to see you. All right. Should you trust F? Should you not trust F? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Sorry. I hate to say it. You're asking me to trust somebody, and the High Priestess is your first card? Mr. Tarot. The High Priestess is your first card? The High Priestess? That's holding some secrets back. There's something with F they're holding back from you. And they are holding some things back here. Why? Why would anybody be holding these things back? Justice as well. it feels like there is something, a little bit of imbalance. It feels like there is a little bit of injustice. It feels like something's going on. Something's happening behind the scenes with that. The Queen of Wands. Okay, here's my answer. All right, here's my answer. The Queen of Wands is all about the fire. And that's what you kind of want here. You want them to take the action. You want to take the move, right? Okay, let me give you an example. I'm playing a chess game, me and Jasmine, right? I'm holding back my big strategy. I'm holding back some of my key moves because I want Jasmine to kind of show her hand a little bit, right? I think that's what you need to do here. Hold back a little bit and let them show their hand, and let them show their poker hand. Let them show their chess strategy before you make the big moves, before you decide on anything. Because the High Priestess says they're holding something back. Justice says there's an imbalance, things going on with that. And the Queen of Wands says wait for them to show their hand. Wait for them to show the poker face. I think you're going to see it. I think things will be revealed. Not going to be a problem with a fiery thing around these two big majors. I think you have some things happening that are going to reveal what's going on. Basically, Jasmine, it takes care of itself, right? It takes care of itself. That's going to be critical. That's going to be critical for you to wait for them to show their poker hand before you make the big moves. Woo, money, career. I'm going to get some money and some career. I mean, come on, woo woo. Get you some fat cash. Get you some fat cash up in there is what I'm saying. All right. If you can't get the fat cash, you can get a little bit of the Curious Travels deck. I mean, at least Keys with Zai. Welcome. How you doing? It's good to see you. All right. Let's see this. All right. Money, career. How's it going to go in 2022? What kind of new year excitement can we get going forward? I like the 7. The 7 says opportunities, woo-woo. That is your key point here. The 7 says opportunities, more things to choose from, more things blossoming, more money coming in. I think you have a lot of moving parts that you need to see. A lot of things happening, a lot of shuffling around that's going to happen in 2022. That's going to be good for you. It's going to be great for you. The 7 is all about planting the seeds for what's coming later. And I think you've done that. I think that you have struggled. You have gone forth. You have made it happen. The 7 says, we're going to make it happen. We're getting excited with that as well some more passionate things that you can try. Woo, I think some of the dreams that you've had, some of the ideas that you've had are actually going to be possible for the first time in a long time, because the King of Cups is getting out there and getting it done is going to be critical for you. When you see the opportunities, you want to chase them. You don't want to let them just stream by. Ain't nobody got time for let this water just wash by me. Take advantage of this, especially with some of the dreams, some of the things that you've been thinking about, some of the things that you've been excited about, some of the things you've been dreaming about are actually going to be possible, quite frankly, in 2022. It actually is going to be possible in 2022. We got more income. We got better investments. We got more possibilities, more passionate things that we can chase. And the King says, get out there and do those. I like it. I like it. A lot of improvement, a lot of possibilities, a lot of excitement coming in 2022 for you. Now, Honey Delight, what happens if I go to HR? What the world's going on over there, Honey Delight? You're going to HR. What happens if I go to HR about this issue? Well, I don't know. That's pretty serious. That's pretty serious, Honey Delight. What's going on over there that made you go to HR? You can tell us. You can tell us what's going on that made you go to HR. If we go to HR, that is kind of a sticky situation. Now we can be embroiled in a legal situation because we brought something up that wasn't brought up before. Now, obviously, entertainment purposes only. Do not go to HR based upon a fluffy fat man opinion on the internet. We got 2 queens. This is something that's you got the High Priestess. If you go to HR about it, it seems like that this is going to be, I need something else. I need like a 4th card. I'm kind of confused, actually. I'm reading this. It seems like that this is going to lead to other things. I don't think you're going to go to HR. You're going to dump it in their lap and they're going to sit on it. It almost like it leads to other things. It leads to other things, right? That was a missing card. That was what I wanted to see. It seemed like other things were happening. Other things were going on. You know what I'm saying? The Queen says you are pretty passionate about this. I'm not the first person you asked, am I? I think you've asked some other people. I think you've talked to some other people. You've asked, like, what's going on? Can I do this, right? Is this something that I should do? I think a lot of people have different opinions. I think it's kind of confusing for you. This is something that you're afraid you might get fired for, too. Or you may get sort of challenged with it. High Priestess says, this is information that other people are interested in knowing. High Priestess is holding the Torah. They want the information. They want this stuff coming out. And High Priestess says, yeah, this is information that needs to be shared, right? The Knight says, go ahead and go for it. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. But it's going to lead to other things. They're not going to sit on it. It is going to lead into other things. So if you're hoping that you're going to just dump it in their lap, and that's it, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, honey delight. This is going to blossom into extra things, which I don't know if you want that or not. Maybe you want that. Maybe you don't. I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Do you see me getting a team manager position? That's a lot of any possible career advice. It's a Shark Tank here. Tosh is swimming with the sharks. With the sharks. We need to know if we can swim with the sharks successfully, or is this something that we're going to get eaten by these sharks? I don't know, but I bumped the camera. Let's go with a good shark-eating deck. I'm going to go, no. I'm going to go with a Poe. I mean, the Poe's kind of a weird selection for this. I know somebody's like, wait. Wait. The Poe for this? For team manager? You know somebody's cussing over there. But Tosh, I'm telling you, this is the deck we need. This is the deck we need for this, right? This is the deck we need to understand. We need to make it happen. We need to get some understanding with this. Queen of Wands is back. I can do that. Judgment, Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. I can do that. Do you see me getting a team manager position? Yeah, I think you get a position. I think you get an elevated position. We see this. A Judgment. Okay, first off, we got two majors sandwiched in the middle. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, number 20. The rebirth, reincarnation, the elevation of you through the rank. The elevation of you through these ranks. I think that's important here. The elevation, the movement, the upward motion is relevant to your question. I think it means yes. Hierophant is a big company, big organization, or a big authority. I think that's important to you, right? Getting the big authority, getting these things, getting the authority down there, and all this other stuff. I think that's going to be good for you. I think that's going to be exciting. I think that's going to be something that you can be excited about. I think that's going to be very relevant to you as well. Cora, thank you for your donation. But yeah, we have an elevated position. We have a managerial position. Again, the Hierophant is the manager of the manager. A Hierophant would appoint the emperor. And the Three of Wands, right? You are looking at something that you get. You're looking at something that gets a destination which you want to be. And the Queen of Wands, of course, with the black cat, with the black dog in here. If you make a Queen of Wands, you need the black cat or the black dog, right? That is critical in the Queen of Wands. As the 95,000 people told me when I was making my own deck. Anyway, the Queen of Wands, she's the multitasker. She's the CEO. Don't believe me? Go down and look at my guide on court cards. Link in the description. Go watch it. I'm not making this crap up. She's the CEO. She's the multitasker, Queen of Wands. All of this points to a great big fat yes. Great big fat old thumbs up for you. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. But, you know, that's the way you got to do. I think you're going to be a top dog on here. All right. What's the best way to handle misbehavior in my pups? You're going to give them some treats or going to give them some timeouts? Well, we clearly need a puppy deck for this. We clearly need a puppy deck for this. And the puppies are going to tell us. They're going to give us the information that is critical here, which is, hey, we got some misbehaving pups. we need to understand how to deal with this. How to deal with this. All right. You want to know treats or timeout? Two of Sky. We got a alpha male. We got 7 of fire, and we got the 3 of fire as well. We got a nice mix here. Basically, it's pointing to go and learn training, right? I don't think it's an easy answer. I think go and learn training. Go and talk to somebody that can help you train. You know what I'm saying? You can do this online. You can watch YouTube videos that have pretty clear direction on where you need to go. Basically, it's sort of get information, find the information that we need to find. Because we do have a distance between us and the pup here, right? We have it almost like the pup is going to be defensive against basically any sort of simplistic methodology. The pup is not going to be receptive to like one thing. I think it's more complex than that. I think you need to sort of get online and look for a good method or good reasonable way to do it. I think that timeout is an option. Timeout is an option. We got the pup in timeout here, but again, I think this is more complex than just a simplified, choice of on the internet, with a fat man. Basically, I think this is more complex, right? They're going to be defensive against anything that's too simplistic or it doesn't make sense. Basically, you want to communicate with the dog. You want to communicate that this is okay and this is not okay. And again, thousands of great videos on the internet. There are people around you that can train you or at least do a little consult, do a little consult as far as what to do. So getting with an expert is really going to help you out because you don't really want to, you want to use your communication with your puppy wisely. You want to let them know what's good and what's bad, and you want to get the good method to do that, basically. And a good communication with your dog, good communication with them puppies is going to be critical because the alpha female is you. The alpha female is you. You need to make them understand that you are the alpha and you communicate what you want out of the relationship, right? 3 of fire, again, is the 3 of wands. It says go seek, search, and scan for somebody that can assist, somebody that can help, and come up with a robust, easy, and effective training plan for you instead of something that's just going to be super simple and you're going to hit a brick wall with, right? Because you don't want to hit a brick wall and everybody's like, a puppy doesn't understand what you want because you want to communicate with your dog. Anyway. April, does JB have an ulterior motive from asking me out? Well, looking at your picture, you're cute. So maybe they think you're cute. I don't know. Let's find out. Does JB have an ulterior motive for asking me out? Let's use a good deck for this. We're going to go with the wheel, otherwise known as the golden wheel. The golden wheel, golden wheel. Joe, it's good to see you, my friend. Hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time, buddy. All right. Does JB have an ulterior motive to asking me out? The Empress, I think they think you're cute too. The Empress, they think you're cute. RSH, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to end soon here. We are going to do April and then Cora, and we are going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. We got some bread to make. We're going to go bake some, we're going to cook some chicken for Christina, who hasn't even left work yet. Jesus. Anyway. IT guy, what's going on? Good to see you. IT guy's wrapping it up here. IT guy's running in at the end. Empress, okay? King of Swords, 4 of Wands, and Justice. I don't think there's any ulterior... Okay, K is going to be the last reading. I don't think there's any ulterior motive at all. I think they think you're cute, too. Empress, they think you're cute. The 4 of Wands, happy home, happy family, get together, see what's going on, see what's happening with that. King of Swords says they are a little bit on the confusing side, though. You got to deal with that. They are a little bit on the confusing side. It's not like a clear-cut kind of thing. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe they got some things going on over there. Maybe maybe they just have some things that, they just sort of want to see what's happening, want to sort of getting into the adventure, right? Getting into this adventure. Justice sign says, give them a chance, let it balance out. It balances out at the end. Now it's saying, okay, is JB confusing? Absolutely. I think JB is confusing. The King of Swords does have some things back there. They do have a confusing aspect to them. The communication is not clear-cut and easy to read. But overall, Four of Wands, Empress being scattered within the read, I think that they just, want to go out. They think they just want to go out. They want to see what's up. They want to see what's going on. I don't see any ulterior motives at all. I just don't see it. Cora, thank you for your donation. And let's see if you and Rob will be engaged. We're going to put a ring on it by the end of the year. Now, that's only a month away. I hope they have a ring ready. That's really short. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? I mean, give it a shot. Sure, why not? Two of Cups. It's an engagement kind of read. It's an engagement kind of card. You have the Four of Cups. I mean, it does seem like Rob is a bit hesitant, but I think Rob is gonna come around. Rob is a little bit hesitant on this with the whole commitment thing. Rob's gonna come around. Two of Cups says yes, absolutely. We are looking at a beautiful thumbs up read, a lovely thumbs up read, wrapping it up with K. Please clarify on Death and Tower. Now, if you just joined, Kay had another question. Kay went out with him, and he ain't texting back. Did the date go well? Now, we pulled the Death and Tower at the same time. That's a rough read. And you can't skate around that. You can't fake that one. You gotta go full steam with that one. Now, what went wrong? Last reading of the night. Okay. What went wrong? Why did the Death and the Tower come on the same read? Why is this particular date? Why is this thing going wrong? What happened? What did we do? What kind of things happened with that? We got a well shuffled Wizard's Tarot. Well shuffled Wizard's Tarot. And the last reading of the night, let's get some beef. Let's get some information on what went wrong in this particular date or this particular interaction to make the Death and the Tower card pop out on another read. We got the Page of Cups. All right. Dude ain't ready. Page of Cups. This is not an emotionally mature individual. They just aren't ready. They just aren't prepared. It feels like we have a lot of challenges, a lot of things that just ain't happening the way we need them to happen in order for this to work. The Page of Cups, there wasn't enough emotional maturity. There wasn't enough of that for them to go forth. Eight of Pentacles, they didn't really want to do the work, right? They're not good with following up with stuff. They're not. Eight of Pentacles. Why do we need to do this much work? Why can't we text somebody? Why can't we just say hello? Eight of Pentacles says it's too much work for this individual. Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. I think they saw some things happening within the day, some things happening within themselves, maybe, that they just didn't like and that they just didn't want to deal with, right? The Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands says, I've been through this before. I don't want to go through it again. So maybe they have some things internally that were coming up, Page of Cups, that were just emotionally immature. They had some weird thoughts. They had some stupid thoughts. Maybe they just aren't prepared for this entire interaction. Knight of Swords says they went in to hope for the best, and they just didn't like the interaction, or they just didn't like what happened. They just didn't like the things that came out of it. So it just looks like it's challenging, right? Knight of Swords. I went in with no preparations. I'm a wounded warrior. I don't have the emotional maturity to sort of deal with this particular thing. And the Eight of Pentacles, it's a lot of work that I don't want to do. That's what it's saying. That is what it's saying. And with that, we are out of here. We will be back tomorrow night, though, at the same time. I hope you join me then. Have a fantastic evening, and see you tomorrow.